Unheard of.
What is up, everybody? It is your two favorite boys here at Unheard of. We are back. Brand new format. We're testing something a little different here. Hope you all enjoy while we continue to work on this. However, it's me, Jerod, and the man, the myth, the legend, ABG. And for starters, how's your week been going, man?
Man, this week has been pretty solid, pretty quiet. I mean, I guess that's good. Once you, I feel like once you get older, you don't want a lot of busyness, a lot of hecticness going on in your week. So, like, a quiet week for me is a good week. So, I haven't really been doing much. Nothing
Well,
to report, man. What about you?
it has been a real busy week here at our house. We've got a bunch of Halloween stuff going on, especially with Jaden's school. Even today, as of recording, we had to do like a Halloween fun run, which where he runs and people were doing donations and stuff. And then he had like a costume parade. And then this weekend, even though it's right before Halloween, we're gonna do our jack o' lantern carvings and all that. Um, but mostly, yeah, it's been busy because I think things were picking up from the last week. Both the kids got a little under the weather. Um, but it is what it is. But having said all that, folks, this is our Halloween episode, very Halloween themed because this will be premiering on Halloween Day. And as you all know, one of our favorite guests who comes on and talks about serial killers, cults, all that around this time of year is the great one, Kristen-Brooke. So, introducing her. Hey,
Hey guys,
Kristen-Brooke.
KB.
So,
what's
hey,
up?
Kristen-Brooke, how's your week?
It's our little one was a little bit under the weather. Also, just getting over that and preparing for Halloween on Monday. So, just getting the house ready.
Which
Um,
I gotta ask, Arthur,
my
are you
sister
dressing up
Adriana,
this? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Dang, Jared.
which ones?
Like, hold on, slow down, let her talk.
Sorry, I think it was a little bit of a lag on my part. I thought she stopped. My bad.
Yeah,
What
but
about
yeah,
your sister?
they're coming. They'll be doing some trick or treating here with Everly. We're candy. But other than that, an update on us.
Nice. Real quick before we get into topics, I gotta ask, um, everybody getting dressed up this year or no?
Um, I guess I'll answer first. No, I'm not dressing up this year for Halloween. I'm just kind of chilling. I'll probably, um, I gotta travel on
Yeah,
Monday, and so I'm probably just gonna chill this weekend at least, and watch some scary movies, pop some popcorn,
nice.
chill.
About you, KB?
Not dressing up this year. Last year I was the infamous, but this year I decided not to. Got a 1 month old, and I have to worry about White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. So
Yeah. Well, y'all know that Tiff and I are big on the family Halloween
oh
costumes.
yeah,
So this year it's Peter Pan. Jaden is Peter Pan. Trace is the crocodile. Tiff is playing Captain Hook, which looks really good. And I'm going to be her first mate. I can't remember the name of that guy, who's wearing the blue and white striped shirt, but that's who I'm going to be. Um, so, really cool. Fun fact also about the show is whenever Kristen-Brooke is on to talk about things like this, have been some of our most listened to episodes. I think that has
oh
to
wow,
do with the fact that true crime, has this big stable in America, and so people search up these types of keywords whenever we talk about it, and then it gets listened to more so than our other episodes most of the time. But having said all that, hope everybody's gonna have a fun time trick or treating, getting some candy. Please don't get no drug laced candy, even though the likelihood of that is like really low. Um,
Y'all be careful now. They
yeah,
putting fentanyl in everything.
y'all see the scared mothers in the
That I
Bible
spoke.
Belt. um, yeah, so we're gonna get things started really, really quick here, and ABG is gonna start us off with a topic, and it's more so a question to get us going into this Halloween segment show here.
Yeah, just let me know after I ask this question if anybody wants to start. If not, then I will start myself. So, my question is Halloween. It's really like maybe like one of my favorite holidays
Mhm.
because like my favorite thing is to be scared. It's like scary movies, scary video games. I just like it. I love it so much. So, like my question is kind of what about this season like scares you the most? Maybe not the most, but just scares you in period, in general.
I um I guess I could go first. I think this time of year, I don't I don't know if I particularly get scared, but I will say that there are some things that scare me. Um, and it's the fact that I already hate scary movies. I'm not a big fan, and but Tiff is, and so we tend to watch more scary things this time of year. um, and so when you end up watching things like crazy horror movies, um, it just makes it a little more tough to go to bed at night. So to me, it's more so about the media and what you're surrounded by this time of year. It's what I'm consuming all the time. What scary show are we watching this week? So it's stuff like that, and I really particularly get scared by real life scenarios. So when you watch a show, and we talked about it, we don't have to get too far into it because I know your thoughts about it. But when you watch a show like Dahmer, it man, that type of stuff is really tough for me to go to sleep for a while after I watch that type of show. So to me, it's more about the type of media I'm consuming at this time of year.
I got you.
Um,
So like,
a whole lot.
do you like get nightmares and everything? If you already said that, I'm not sure. Um,
No, I think that probably has something to do with my sleeping condition, though. Like when I finally do go to sleep, I can knock out like that. I mean, 2 minutes maybe is all I need. Once I finally settle down and lay down, without worrying about anything. But I don't dream. I've got like a REM disorder. Um, I've probably maybe got 6 to 10 dreams that I can remember from my whole life, like dating back to like 5 years old. But that's just because when I had that sleep study done, I don't go into REM like almost ever. So whenever I do dream, I remember it because it like rarely happens in my life. So no, I don't. I think I've maybe had one nightmare in my life, but it wasn't even a nightmare because I was a kid and the situation wasn't really that scary when I look back on that dream. So no, I don't really get nightmares. It's more about anxious. Like I'm a little, I don't want to say OCD when I say things like this, but like if I'm done watching a scary show or something, like my patio is like glass doors, right? It's like sliding doors, and I can't stand that type of door. So I'm just making sure like 3 times before I go to bed that it's actually locked in both places and stuff like that.
you're like Charlie's mom on Always Sunny, dude.
Yeah,
She's like locking the door 3 times, turning the lights on and off 3 times.
because we also have cats, so if I'm already feeling a certain way, they're always making noise in the middle of the night. I mean, Kristen-Brooke could tell you just from staying at our house, like you'll hear them up in the basement all night long. Um, so I hear a noise, and if I'm already done watching a scary film or something, I'm already feeling a certain way. So I'm like, I know it's the cats, but let me just go down and check it out.
So like
So
you're like already on edge. So whenever
yeah,
anything just goes bump, you're on guard.
basically.
Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, KB.
I do want to say that around this time last Halloween Kills came out. I was in the basement watching it. Me and Molly, we heard someone just stomping around and it was like we went upstairs and the cat in the living room, and it was. I do have to agree with Jerod with watching scary stuff around this time, but I'm okay with documentaries. The one thing that scares watching anything scary is like if it has anything to do with what's the word for it? Um, what's the word for it when a demon enters? I don't
Like a possession.
Oh yeah.
sessions because I just don't know that thing. And I can listen to podcasts and true crime all day, but when it comes to that's what gets me. I can't do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Um. Well, I can say personally for me, um, like I grew up watching a lot of scary movies. Like scary movies don't really scare me that much. Like it has to be like a really scary movie to get me. So like I have a few favorites that can still make me jump. Um, but for me personally, the thing that really scares me the most that like I try to revisit um this time of year is scary video games like Resident Evil video games, The Last of Us, stuff like that. I just feel like when you're playing a scary video game in the dark, um, that the fact that you're controlling that character, and then whenever a jump scare happens, it's like a whole different level of like I guess fear, you know,
Yeah.
like just because like it's like it's you making those decisions, and then whenever something like a jump scare happens or anything like that, you're so into it that it gets you, or at least it does me. So
Yeah. Have you seen that now with VR headsets, they've got these insane horror games now. I got
oh
like an
yeah.
ad for it. There's one where you're like walking through the woods and the typical like girl in the white dress, is like coming after you. I'm like, Jesus, I could not deal with this game. Cause yeah, when I talk about media consumption, uh, y'all remember the game that got banned when we were kids, Slender Man? That
Yeah.
was like a really popular thing on PCs. That one to me was freaky. And even now, on things that our kids have, like even Roblox, there's like kind of some scary games on there.
Yeah.
You can look up
There
some crazy horror
is.
games on Roblox.
I haven't heard of
Um,
this yet, so
so it's kind of wild, man. Horror games are starting to get freaky. They're starting to get really crazy, um, more in depth. Uh, I think it's weird, but it's funny. And what I think is also cool is if you start at a young age and you don't really mind, I think you can start to get a little numb to it. Like Jaden has kind of been corrupted by some of the things he used to see on YouTube, like when they do these crazy Thomas the Train videos, and all of a sudden his head's popping out and turning into a crazy skeleton. He would have like nightmares for a couple weeks, but then sometimes it's just all he talks about. Thomas EXE, Thomas EXE. What about Sonic EXE? I'm like, Jesus, like you're just desensitized to this now. um,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I could speak to that. Like I said, like I grew up watching scary stuff with my mom, and so like once you see it enough, you just kind of I guess enjoy it for what it is and not really get scared by the spectacle of it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Kind of crazy how opposite y'all are in Colton, because Colton will watch something. I'm constantly subjecting myself. And sometimes I just literally cannot sit here and watch you say you can't watch it.
he does what?
Crazy scary movies. I watched the one the other day named Pearl, and
Oh, I heard about that one.
it was
I
wild.
I'm really mad at myself because I haven't seen X or Pearl yet. Like, I feel like I'm slipping on like like a few modern horror movies that people are really liking.
Yeah. I I will say, and now it's a couple years old, but I remember watching that series, the what is it, the haunting of Bly
Haunting
Hill
of
Manor,
Hill
House.
House,
Hill
or
House. Bly
yeah,
Manor was the second season.
was the second one. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I saw the Hill House one, and I thought the story was amazing for like a horror series. It did freak me out a little bit because at the time, I don't know if y'all remember the scene where like their sister just pops up in the back of the car, and jump scares them.
yes, dude.
Um, at the time, I was working nights, right? And if y'all remember, my house in Rockmart was in the dead middle of the freaking woods.
Yeah.
So I'm coming home in the middle of the night, and I'm just driving through these woods. I'm like, like after watching that scene, it's
Yeah,
yeah, me and Colton are polar opposites. He
Oh yeah.
loves horror movies, and I think that has to do a little bit with the fact that I think he may have a demon living inside of him already.
I think he
Um,
does too, honestly.
I don't know if you've heard the story, Kristen-Brooke. I'm sure you have at this point because I've probably told it several times.
About a
Um,
demon, no.
well, well, not specifically a demon, but basically, me and Colton were sleeping in the same room shortly after we moved back in with mom, and he wakes up in the middle of the night, and he's always been a sleepwalker, anyways. When we were growing up, so no big deal. I knew what he did, anyways, but he always gets up around the same time, 1 or 2 a.m. when we were kids, at least. Um, well, one evening, right on schedule, right? It's like 1:30. He gets up and he comes over to my bed, and then he starts hitting me. And I was like, Colton, what are you doing? He said, he says he told me to hit you. I'm like, who's he? I said, I said, I said, tell him you need to go lay back down and go to sleep.
No, I've never heard that, but it honestly makes me so scared for our daughter, because with like my hands like me and my head laid back, and it would scare the crap. I'm waiting for the day that Ada does that to me.
Yeah, I thought Jaden was gonna be a crazy sleepwalker because he started getting up in the middle of the night around like 2.5, but he's kind of grown out of it, thankfully. Maybe the tonsils had something to do with it. When we got those removed, he's been pretty good ever since.
Wasn't
Um,
there a time that you
that I what?
dark just sitting there?
Wait, sorry, you broke up a little bit. What were you saying?
I think she's talking about the time that
What?
Colton, you wake up and Colton's just like sitting in the dark.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
Jaden.
Jaden's sitting in
yeah,
the dark.
yeah. Jaden's done that too, where he'll just like be standing in the dark or something.
Oh
It's
my
really weird.
gosh.
But Colton, even on top of that story, like when he came over and hit me in the middle of the night, right? Uh, and it wasn't like hard punches. You would think if somebody's telling him to hit me, it'd be a lot harder, but it's just like barely anything. Um, there was another time he was sleepwalking, and he had been gone for like 10 minutes, and this is when we were kids living in Nanny's old house. Um, and I was like, that's weird. If he would have went to the bathroom, he would have been back by now. It's been like 10 minutes because, again, it's like past 1 o'clock, so it's just his normal time. So I get up. I'm like, I'll go check on him, whatever. He is in the kitchen holding a knife, just standing there. And I'm like, all right, well, let's get this out of your hand. and I like had to guide him back to bed. He was a really crazy sleepwalker growing up. It was insane.
Yeah,
Um,
they're made
so I don't know.
possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah, he might be
you might be
possessed.
worried for your household. You know.
Kind of am, yeah, at this point.
Have you seen any like instances of Colton being a weird sleepwalker?
Well, our door at night because we both have sleptwalked before, so worried about it. And he's turned the handle and gone back to sleep before. And talked to me in his sleep, and he'll
Yeah.
say you couldn't even make it up. But so much to go pee in the middle of the night. I think he's honestly got to that. I don't know if it's sleepwalking or not. What he's gonna do.
I sleep talk. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
but mom also does that because that's how I used to get away with things when we were younger. Um, because she would never remember what she's saying. You know, like you just go up to her, she's knocked out. I'd be like, "Hey, mom, can I go out with the friends?" And she'd be like, "Yeah." And then she'd wake up 2 hours later. She'd be like, "Where are you?" I was like, "You said I could go." uh, and I basically do the same type of things. I know maybe last year this time, I know Tiff was saying, uh, I don't know if I had my CPAP yet or not, so y'all can just imagine me looking like Darth Vader in the night, but I don't think I had it at this point. And she might have posted about it on Facebook where I was just reciting Dr. Seuss in my sleep. I'm like, you can think about red, you can think about pink, you can think up a horse, other things you thinks you can think, you know, because
Oh my goodness.
we just read that to Trace like every night, you know. So I was like basically just reciting Dr. Seuss from memory in my sleep one day.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
me like I sleep talk a little bit, but like you have to talk to me first, you
Yeah.
know. And so then like I'll probably give like some crazy ass response, but other than that, like I've never slept walk or anything like that.
Mm, dang. Yeah, I don't
But
know. It's really weird how some people do it.
yeah,
It's pretty
I know we kind of got off
scary. Yeah.
on a tangent. Speaking
um,
of scary,
all right, folks. So as you can see, Kristen-Brooke is in a different setting. She has moved outside to match her topic because we wanted it to be extremely spooky for all y'all. So now, with the message outside in the middle of Texas, dang near the border, close to Mexico, we got serial killer facts. And what a place to do it, right across from Juarez. All right, KB, the floor is yours.
All right. Coming. I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions. How you guys knew the first American serial killer?
um, I don't know. Um, American
Politicians.
You would
Christopher
think
Columbus,
so. It's actually a really good answer, but
the police,
no. H. Holmes. Y'all ever heard of
H
him?
H Holmes. No, about like what year? What year is this?
I don't really know. You probably say like the 1800s, late 17, early 8. But he's one of the serial killer who had the hotel. You know, like they did that whole thing based off of him, hotel and spy on him and kill him in his hotel. Like he it was pretty horrific. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Like in American Horror Story.
They based that character
Um,
off of him.
okay,
Oh,
okay, I got you.
Hmm.
sweet.
Yes,
And so that's just
and
another.
then um, continue.
Evan Peters playing another serial killer, huh?
First H.H. Holmes and now Jeffrey Dahmer. He did, so I'll give him that. He looks
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
done
in
a
that
few.
series.
And he played oh man, he played Charles Manson, I think, in one season of American Horror Story as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it might have been no, was it Manson? No, it was shoot. Who was the one who had that like cult and they like drank the drink?
Oh.
That was. Dang it, I don't know.
But I honestly just can't think of it.
Come on, KB, you're supposed to be our resident expert on these things.
But I just can't think of it. It's like ever since I've been pregnant, it's so many things that I used to know. It was hurt. A lot of things I just don't remember anymore. So you have to give.
Jim Jones, that's who he played. Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jones.
But yeah, no, I guess he just has some kind of affinity. Ryan Murphy has an affinity of casting him in these roles, and he just has an affinity for playing them.
Yeah. Okay.
But
the second question, Dennis Ray.
Dennis what?
Dennis Rader. He's a serial. Had a serial killer name, and it was three letters. Who that is?
3 letters.
The hash-slinging slasher.
Yes, you're totally. It was the BT code for bind.
Oh yeah, BTK. Yeah. I remember we talked about that in class when I was in high school.
Wait, so the B stands for bind, and then the T and K stand for what? I'm guessing K stands for kill.
Yeah, torture and kill.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool?
Yeah, and
yeah,
not cool for the victim.
Do it.
Hey, sorry. Not cool for the victims.
I was talking junk to Jerod.
But like this guy, BTK, or whatever you want to refer to him as, he actually, like the home securities, and he actually installed alarms for people who were scared of the BTK killer.
Dang.
So they were. He was in these people's houses. Who was alarms for himself.
And so like some of those people that he was installing alarms for, like they were afraid of the killer, like he killed them.
I don't believe any of those people were his victims. Not any information about that. I was actually trying to find that. But no, he was in these people's homes installing alarms.
Yeah, that makes it seem like I mean, if the man wasn't doing that, like for the people who like if he wasn't killing those people that he was installing their alarm systems for, like he already had all the opportunity. Kind of an L. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's kind of an L. It's like easy pickings, you know what I'm saying? But like, he got caught, so he took an L.
Yeah, thank God he got caught. Thank God he got caught. But then my third question is, if you've watched any of like the Ted Bundy tapes, the Ted Bundy movie with from High School Musical,
Zac Efron,
maybe. Yes. Did y'all watch that Ted Bundy? Maybe.
Tiff did. I think Tiff did.
Don't do Zac Efron like that. He's more than just the guy from High School Musical now. He's actually built a pretty solid career.
He has. But
Yeah, but I'd say his biggest credit is still High School Musical. If people asked,
I guess
that's how most people.
Well, no, man. I like Zac Efron. Like, maybe I would like if I was trying to get somebody to know who he was, I would mention he was in High School Musical because that would probably be like the thing that people remember him by. But I wouldn't say he is the High School Musical guy.
He is the High School Musical guy.
I feel like that's taken away. I got you.
But if you've watched either of Jerod or Arthur, you didn't really answer me. But do you guys know how many times Ted Bundy's after they had him in custody?
How many times he escaped?
Yes.
Wasn't it right? Like twice? Yeah.
The first time he jumped out of a window while they were questioning him, and he lived on like off the land for like a month. And when they found him, he was so gross. Imprisoned him, and then he escaped from. Yeah. But
I mean, listen, somebody as I feel like he was like pop culture, back then. Like the girls, they came out to his court hearings and swooned over him and everything. So like, as how big he was, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that he not that he didn't escape more, but that maybe that his like escapes weren't more successful because
somebody
like I feel like he could
would take him in.
Like, yeah. But I mean, hey,
but he ended up getting a baby. Got descendants out there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's some terrible people with hopefully good descendants.
John Wayne Gacy had 2 children, and they can have like going off the radar. They don't want anyone to know who they are. Honestly,
that's good.
Not too sure about, but I don't think they would want to be as.
I think Dahmer's brother like changed his last name and stuff like that too. So
yeah, he changed his name and went off the. I would too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll give y'all some more quick, crazy facts about serial killers, right? So since the 1980s, there are still over 220,000 unsolved serial cases in America.
Oh, wow.
And it says that according to statistics, you can walk past at least 36 serial killers in your lifetime and not know it.
Yeah. That kind of threw me back a little bit because.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's a ton of people that die all the time, go missing, all this stuff. And like the only ones that we really ever really know about are the ones that make it to, national media. And so if the case doesn't go national like that and it just kind of stays in that community, then you'll never know. And especially if you never call, then you just gotta hope that you ain't next.
And then some of the probably the craziest stat here is 70% of all known serial killers in the world are from America.
That's believable. I can believe that for sure.
Oh wait.
Yeah, there's the horn.
Oh Lord, okay. I was like, what's going on? But I heard it in the background.
That's why I can't avoid it, I guess, because it's better.
So Colton will walk outside. He'll have to put his hand on his heart.
Oh God.
No, but when I went in there to get it out so bad because I just walked in and grabbed it, he jumped out of his skin. It was pretty.
Yeah.
I think he was
So
locking their door, like I'm about to go get in their car, and they were looking at me through their window. Okay, girl.
So yeah, I hope that was a little bit scary enough for everybody. And now we're gonna move it into a little bit of a game where I'm gonna say it's a game between ABG and Kristen-Brooke, and we're gonna see how well y'all do. So before we get started, I have a tab off to the side here. I'm gonna ask Kristen-Brooke, who's the guest, if you call heads or tails to go first. You say heads? Wait, did you say heads or no?
Yeah, she said heads.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, I'll flip. Boom, it's heads. So, let me share my screen here.
She
And
chose to defer, dude.
did
That
she?
means I go first.
So what we're going to do here, and for all of our viewers, Arthur actually already saw this first question, so we're going to move to the second one.
Bro, House of the Dragon, shout out. That's a good TV show. Sorry to interrupt,
Yeah,
but if y'all
thanks.
ain't seen House of the Dragon, make sure y'all check that out.
Thanks for the ads, Quizlet. So we're going to go one by one because there's no real way to buzzer this thing in. And say Kristen-Brooke gets this one right, I'll award 5 points. But if she can't get it, Arthur gets a chance to steal for 5 points. And then the next question will still be Arthur's. And we'll keep deferring like that. So, having said that, Kristen-Brooke won the toss. First question is hers. We're going to do 5 quick rounds for our Halloween show here. All right, so round 1, Halloween Town's Pumpkin King has become bored with the same routine of frightening people. When he accidentally stumbles on Christmas Town, he plots to bring Christmas under his control by replacing Santa. That movie is what, Kristen-Brooke?
Yeah, see, we can't hear her, so that means I get to steal.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh,
There we
and
go.
that's right. All right, so
It's
Kristen-Brooke.
like a gimme one. Listen,
true.
those
It
first
is
two
a
are really easy, Jerod. I need you to step the difficulty up here.
All right. We'll try. All right. So now this one's Arthur's, and you know what? We might do 6 rounds because 5 is kind of uneven for ties and all that. All right,
Hold
so
on,
this one's Arthur's. Two
somebody's trying to
families.
deliver me pizza.
Oh Lord.
We got a live pizza delivery here, folks.
That
Doesn't
means-
matter. This
Okay,
one's
here.
Arthur's question, anyways. We'll keep reading it. 2 families have arranged their daughter and son's marriage. When the groom's in a forest to practice his lines for the wedding, he is dragged to the land of the dead. The corpse who dragged him there wants to marry him, but the groom must get back above ground before his bride marries a corrupted man. And I promise, this was supposed to be scary. Y'all can see the category, but I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, and it's not that scary.
What is this? Like, is this that movie? The Corpse Bride.
Yep, Corpse Bride is
Dang,
correct.
is this just like lame?
Hey,
Tim Burton movies?
look, bro. Look, okay, I don't know. Let's see
Listen,
the
if you
next one.
don't,
Let's see the next one. Okay, this might be taking a turn
all
for the
right,
worse as we're going here.
this ain't Tim Burton. It's not Tim Burton.
All right, so this one's for KB. 7 outcasts are about to face their worst nightmare, an ancient shape-shifting evil that emerges from the sewer every 27 years to hunt down children. The outcasts must band together to overcome their fears in order to battle the bloodthirsty clown who haunts their town.
Wow, that one's really hard.
I know.
So then, what is it, KB?
You don't know? Really?
You're silent.
It.
All right.
All right. That's
Yeah,
correct.
Okay.
I'm actually reading that book right now, so
Oh, nice.
Colton's first
All right.
date. So
it's such a long book.
Yeah, it is. So now it's back to ABG. Now that Chris and his girlfriend Rose have reached the meet the parents milestone of dating, she invites him for a weekend getaway upstate with Missy and Dean. At first, Chris reads the family's overly accommodating behavior as nervous attempts to deal with their daughter's interracial relationship. But as the weekend progresses, a series of increasingly disturbing discoveries lead him to a truth that he could never have imagined.
I'm gonna go with Get Out.
Boom.
Boom, boom.
Jordan Peele for the win.
Bow, 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 bow.
All right. So here we go. Kristen-Brooke. When young Reagan starts acting odd, levitating, speaking in tongues, her worried mother seeks medical help, only to hit a dead end. A local priest, however, thinks the girl may be seized by the devil. The priest makes a request to perform an exorcism, and the church sends in an expert to help with a difficult job.
complete guess. But the Exorcist.
Yeah,
Boom.
it says it
Yeah,
in
that's
the.
right.
It literally says it. Like, why doesn't it say, they want to get rid of the devil? So, but no, we're just gonna put the title of the movie in the card.
I mean, yeah, it did. Okay. Okay. This one is Arthur's. So, former toy maker Sam Mullins and his wife Esther are happy to welcome a nun and 6 orphan girls into their California farmhouse. Years earlier, the couple's 7-year-old daughter died in a tragic car accident. Terror soon strikes when one child sneaks into a forbidden room and finds a seemingly innocent doll that appears to have a life of its own.
Um, I actually haven't seen the movie that I'm gonna say. Um, and also, I might not know the title of the movie that I'm talking about. Do I have a time limit? Because I'm thinking in my head, but I'm trying to keep it interesting, so I'm gonna keep talking.
I'll
But
give you 10 seconds.
10
10,
seconds, you can't
9,
do that. Okay.
8,
Um,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Guess.
it's that movie about that doll, bro. From the Ed and Nora movies.
Can I say it?
Dang.
Yeah, Kristen-Brooke gets a chance to
Yeah,
steal
she got
here
it. She
and win
got
the
it.
game.
It's gonna win the game.
It's going to win the game.
Annabelle, yeah. Dang.
Boom.
Oh,
Annabelle.
well, she didn't get the creation part. I should be able to.
I got it. I still got
That's
it.
yeah, that's like the first one.
Come on, now. Like, you should let me have something else.
I don't know. Kristen-Brooke won it. She won fair and square.
All right, fair enough. She's our guest. She can win.
Um. So hey, gotta say, as we're starting to wind down the episode here, there have been some recent scary movies. I know one that I saw, which I don't know if you can consider it scary. It's the new Jordan Peele movie,
Nope.
Yeah, Nope. Sorry, I don't know why I was about to say something different. That one I thought was pretty good, but I don't know if it can be classified as scary. It kind of is, but it's not like super horror film. Um, have y'all seen any new things lately besides Pearl?
Dude, I've been asleep. I'm not gonna lie to you on scary movies. I still haven't even seen the new Halloween, and like Halloween is one of my favorite scary franchises. I like, you know, I
I
mean,
hear you're
Liver
not missing
Death.
much.
Oh, hold on now.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not get into no spoilers, nothing like that,
Not
because
spoil
I love those
it, but
movies.
I do have to say I don't.
I've heard people, I heard complaints online, not like specifics, but like I've heard people say that it sucked or whatever. But those movies hold a special place in my heart, so I'm gonna love it regardless. But
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, listen, I love my fiance to death, but she does not like scary movies. Like, really doesn't like scary movies. So like, I've been off my scary movie game lately, but I'm gonna find some time for some scary movies this weekend, and we're gonna we're gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the new Halloween. I'll probably catch
Yeah.
up on the. I'll probably watch X. I don't know if Pearl is on digital yet, so I might not be able to watch that. But is Pearl on
Cool.
digital? KB, how'd y'all watch it?
I didn't.
If it's
I
illegal, you don't have
didn't.
to incriminate yourself.
I believe possibly.
There we go.
She she's saying that Colton did it basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't me.
If anybody's here and blame Colton, do not blame his wife
Although it does
or
Colton
his young
say
Evans.
child.
that you can buy Pearl already early access through Amazon Prime.
Oh, word. Okay, well then
Yeah.
I got Amazon Prime, so we'll see what it do. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably have to watch him in the daytime, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched. All I watched was pretty bad.
Mm,
Uh,
cool. Yeah. I guess we might find something else to watch this weekend before Halloween. Um, yeah, I hope, when people look back, this was a good Halloween themed episode yet again. Another one here in the books for us. And with having said all that, we're going to start to wind it down for you folks. We're going to get into our closing thoughts, and we're going to let our guest, Kristen-Brooke, go first.
I mean, I really enjoyed this. Serial killers, and I really liked thinking about it. It had me thinking a lot. Took me a minute. I like that, and I liked the game we played. I loved in it, but yeah, really,
Yeah,
yeah, I like every game I win too, KB.
yeah. It was,
Jesus.
No, I sound salty. I'm sound salty. I'm just playing. Good game. Good game. Um, Jared, closing thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. Closing thoughts. I hope everybody had a great time trick or treating. If your town had to do it over the weekend, when you're hearing this back, or if your town is still doing it on Monday, like mine is, I hope everybody has a great time trick or treating. Um, just go out, experience some stuff in your city, because yeah, stuff's always fun, especially in town. And you guys can follow me on Twitter where I never post anything, which is at Jerod Evans. And yeah, hopefully, hope everybody liked this format. We're gonna probably still tweak it as we go along, make improvements. Um, but yeah, tell us what you think about it. And having said that, I'll pass it to ABG.
All right, all right. Closing thoughts from me. What's up? KB, thank you for being on another episode of Unheard of. I think this is your second episode, right?
Number 2.
Yes, your first one. Your first one, I remember drinking like a whole bottle of wine, and I feel like I was not like super unruly, but like I feel like it was a fun episode because of it. But
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was.
but yeah, I didn't do that this time. I had one singular drink.
Well, thank you.
But no, KB, thank you for being on because I really enjoy you being on. I like kind of having it varied. You know, I feel like we have a kind of like a same core cast of characters that come through here. So switching it up is always fun, and getting new people on here. And what else? Also, congratulations. You know, we had Colton on here a little bit ago. We told him congratulations on you guys' baby. So
It's
congratulations
precious.
to you as well, man.
She's sleeping right now. She can have a demon in her too. Colton may have passed that down. May kind of mean, but she's cute. So
Yes. Also, I mean, Halloween's coming up. Obviously, this is what the whole episode was about. So, my closing thoughts to everybody, the viewer or the listener, however you want to consume this, is go out and have some healthy fear. You know, whether that be a haunted house, watching a movie, like me playing a video game, scary video game. I feel like fear is healthy. Um, so like to a degree, you know, not like being afraid all the
yeah,
time. I feel like things that scare you that are supposed to scare you can be fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Not things that scare you unexpectedly, you know, and like put real fear into you. Know.
yeah. That might cause a little bit of a heart attack.
Yeah. No, but like fun things that scare you are fun, and so yeah, go out and have some fun. You know, it's Halloween. Well, it's already. I mean, this comes out on Halloween, so hopefully you already had the fun, or unless you're having fun on a Monday. But I feel like I'm rambling now. You can find me on Twitter at young without the O _ABG. You can find us on Twitter at unheard _of pod. That's going to be the same on Instagram, unheard _of pod. Find us on Facebook, unheard of. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. Actually, you see that down there, right? Listen or watch. We are on Spotify and YouTube. So check us out. We got the links. We're gonna have the links, you know, everywhere. So check us out. And thank you for listening. If you are listening to this right now, appreciate you.
It's true. We love you. So as always, we love you. We hear you. And we hope you hear us. Hear it unheard of.
Unheard of.